Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru, starting a new session on current affairs for the month of January. The year is 2021. I'll start the session, but before starting, this session is in English medium. If you are not comfortable with the language, you can switch to the session in Hindi medium because we upload almost all the sessions in Hindi medium as well as English medium. If this session is in complete English medium, please try to understand that my motive is to help our South Indian students. My motive is, to help our students from Northeast India, because those who understand English, they can obviously watch the session, but I make English medium session primarily for our South Indian students, primarily for our students from Northeast India, because they are unable to understand Hindi well. I'll start the session, but before starting, please press the like button if you understand everything, whatever I'm teaching. Share the video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to Vidya Guru's YouTube channel. Please press that bell icon which is just beside the subscribe button, because that's how you'll get to know whenever we upload a video, you'll get the notification of the same. I'll start, but one thing I want you to remember. The session is significant. You're going to, see all these questions in your exam, and the important part is try to prepare notes of all these questions, because I'll be, explaining them, on the whole, and apart from that, I'll be discussing a few extra things also. The first question is Legion of Merit Award. Legion of Merit is Legion of Merit. I'm not talking about the award was given to PM Modi, because there's a category in that award. The degree of that award is, the degree is Chief Commander. That was given to PM Modi, but he was not the sole entity, he was not the sole person who received the award. The other recipients of the same award were Australian Prime Minister and former Japanese Prime Minister. Former Prime Minister of Japan, because he is not the Prime Minister of Japan right now, Shinzo Abe and Scott Morrison. Prime Minister of Australia, Prime Minister of Japan, Scott Morrison, Australian Prime Minister, Shinzo Abe, former Japanese Prime Minister, all these three, along with PM Modi, received Legion of Merit Chief Commander by US President Donald Trump. And this award was actually given to these people, and I want to tell you something else as well. They have formed a Quad group. Quad, actually understand the word Quad, quadruple, quadrilateral, that means we are referring to 4 nations. 4 nations, that means United States of America, India, Japan, Australia. To counter the influence of China in Indo-Pacific region, they have formed this Quad group, and they are these 4 nations are the part of these Quad groups. That is why this award was given to these 3, to be very frank with you. Let's move ahead. Now, ICC awards. By reading the title ICC awards, you must be thinking that I am, kind of person who generally takes such things related, to ICC. But please read the, title carefully. The word states decade. That means when I talk about men's player of the entire decade, women's player of the decade, that means the performance of 10 years was kept in mind, and then this award was given to these players. They are that important, because here we are going to talk about the important players of a decade. So men's player of the decade was given to Virat Kohli. Women's player of the decade was given to Ellyse Perry. Ellyse Perry is from Australia. Her name is important, very, very significant, because you are going to face her name many times today. Ellyse Perry is from Australia, and she received the title of Women's Player of the Decade. Test Player of the Decade was given to Steve Smith. Steve Smith, a very common name, we all are aware that he is from Australia. When I talk about other awards, ODI Player of the Decade. See the repetition of these 2 names again. One Day International I'm referring to. One Day International Player of the Decade. Decade, that means 10 years. Deca, 10. So that word is important. The performance of 10 years was kept in mind. They are receiving the award on the basis of that. So One Day International Player of the Decade, Virat Kohli. One Day International Women's Player of the Decade, Ellyse Perry, and she is from Australia. I taught you the name before as well. T20 Player of the Decade. His name is Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan is from Afghanistan. Let's move ahead. Now, women's T20 player of the decade. The strange part is 3 of the titles were given to Elise Perry and she is from Australia. Women's T20, ODI and women player of the decade. All the 3 titles were given to Elise Perry. I was teaching you that. Elise Perry is from Australia, women's T20 player of the decade. T20 is also important, ODI is also important. Elise Perry is from Australia. The nationality of these players is important too, because when I say Rashid Khan, you'll be relating Rashid Khan with Pakistan only, I know that. But Rashid Khan is from Afghanistan. Spirit of the Cricket Award of the decade. Very, very well deserved. MS Dhoni received the award for the same. Spirit of Cricket Award of the decade was given to MS Dhoni. Let's move ahead. Now there's a bilateral summit between India and Bangladesh, and it is a virtual summit. Virtual summit took place between Sheikh Hasina and our Prime Minister Modi. What did they do during that period, during that virtual summit? The important part, the important synopsis or excerpt of this summit is that they have started a railway link between India and Bangladesh, and from India to Bangladesh the places are Haldibadi in India and Chilahati is in Bangladesh. So from Haldibadi to Chilahati they have started a new railway link, a new railway route. Who? PM Modi and Sheikh Hasina. Who's Sheikh Hasina? Sheikh Hasina is the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Let's move ahead. India issues a commemorative stamp. That means we are actually commemorating someone. We are in the memory of someone. We have actually launched a stamp. What is that? Why have we done that? See, the name of the person is Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Now, if I relate this fellow with Bangladesh, must be thinking, if he belongs to Bangladesh, why have we done that? Please understand that centenary, 100 years have been completed. The person is that important. Even when we see Mahatma Gandhi, he is obviously, liked and worshipped and, in the memory of Mahatma Gandhi, even in various nations, stamps or, important things are launched. We are doing the same. This fellow belongs to Bangladesh. He is as important for us as Mahatma Gandhi, as important for Bangladesh as Mahatma Gandhi for us. That means our Bapu is Mahatma Gandhi and Bangladesh Bapu was Bangabandhu. Who was Bangabandhu? I am trying to tell you something here. That is, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is also known as Bangabandhu. In your exam, you'll see such a question where they'll be asking you who's famous as Bangabandhu. Then you have to name this person Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And he is as important for Bangladesh as Mahatma Gandhi for India. He's considered Bapu. That means that is why Digital Museum was also launched, Bangabandhu Bapu. Understand those two words, Bangabandhu Bapu. This museum was also launched, and I am saying to commemorate, his birth anniversary, we have launched a stamp also. Centenary, 100 years have been completed. That is why in the memory of Bangabandhu, it is done. Let's move ahead. Now we'll talk about Asian Games, but see the list and laugh at it, because if you will see such sort of chart where 2022, that means 26, 30 or 34, that means till 2034, they have decided the venue of these 4 forthcoming Asian Games. The strange part, but anyway, they have decided. That can be there in your exam too. So when I talk about Asian Games 2022, 19th edition, the number will be 19th, and they are going to take place in Hangzhou, China. 20th Asian Games 2026, they will take place in Aichi, Nagoya, Japan. 21st edition, number is 21st. So 21st Asian Games in the year 2030 will take place in Doha, Qatar. 22nd Asian Games in 2034 will take place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. All the names are significant, but you have to observe one thing. There's a gap of 4 years in all. That means after every 4 years, Asian Games take place: 2022, 2026, 2030 and 2034. So keep all these places in your mind. Don't think that it is for the year 2034. Why we are expected to learn them? You have to, because that was there in news and this can be there in your exam also. Let's move ahead. India has launched a communication satellite, but there's nothing new. We are launching the 42nd communication satellite. That means 42nd communication satellite of India is launched from PSLV C50. What is the name of that communication satellite? It is CMS-1, CMS-01. It is written like that. Launched by ISRO, obviously, and through a launch vehicle. PSLV is launch vehicle. When we launch a satellite, it is not possible without a vehicle. We require a vehicle, a launch vehicle, which is going to launch that satellite. So Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle C50 was used to launch CMS-01, and CMS-01 is our 42nd communication satellite and launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Let's move ahead. Now we'll talk about base year for RBI's digital payment index. See, if any payment index is there, they keep a base year for the same. The base period which was kept for RBI's digital payment index, that is DPI, you'll find it written as RBI's DPI. Base year, base period, RBI's DPI. DPI is digital payment index. That was March 2018. DPI score March 2018. They have kept a score for that particular period, which they have actually set it as base period. RBI's base period March 2018, they set the score to 100. They are showing the progress in that. That is why in 2019, for the year 2019, March 2019 till March 2020, they are actually marking it as DPI score from 100 to 153.47 in March 2019. They are moving ahead. They are showing the progress again by writing it as DPI score, that means digital payment index score for the year 2020, that means March 2020, it has become 207.84 now. But there are some parameters also. When we move ahead with parameters to set, one DPI, that means digital payment index, the parameters are such: payment enablers, payment infrastructure. But payment infrastructure, if you actually look at them, I've written them twice. Payment infrastructure, that means I'm referring to demand side factors, I'm referring to supply side factors also. That is why payment infrastructure. Payment enablers, payment performance, consumer centricity, all these parameters are kept in mind while selecting DPI base period. Let's move ahead. Annual meeting 2021 of World Economic Forum. But when we talk about World Economic Forum, I talk about Switzerland only, and their summits take place in Switzerland only. But because of the problem which even we people are facing these days, they are not conducting that summit in Switzerland. They have moved out of Switzerland. Now they are going to conduct this summit in Singapore. Annual meeting for 2021 of World Economic Forum will take place in Singapore, and I know I generally tell you World Economic Forum is an important, very, very important institution. Their annual meeting is very important, their venue is important, because this time it is not taking place in Switzerland. It has become even more relevant and important for your exam. But in 2022, they'll go back to Switzerland. Annual meeting for the year 2022 of World Economic Forum will actually take place in Switzerland only. The exact venue will be Davos Klosters in Switzerland. Let's move ahead. Host of 2023. That means here we are going to talk about FIFA, Actually, the FIFA did not take place, did not take place, as in will not take place in 2021. They have actually they have actually delayed the year. The year has been 2023 now, not 2021. Host of 2023 FIFA Men's Under 20 World Cup will be Indonesia. Host of 2023 FIFA Men's Under 17 World Cup will be Peru. Read them carefully, because I know students must be thinking that I'm teaching you the same thing at two other places. No, I'm not teaching you the same things. I'm teaching you two different things, because one is under 20, men's under 20, and the other one is men's under 17. That is why they did not take place. They are going to take place in 2023. Under 20 will take place in Indonesia, under 17 will take place in Peru, and FIFA is related with football. Let's move ahead. Now, as we were talking about FIFA, let's talk about it further. Men's Player of 2020. As we were talking about FIFA, I'm giving you more information because this award was given to Robert Lewandowski. He is from Poland. And the club he belongs to, because when you play football, there are clubs of football you belong to, and when they win, they perform very well, they become Men's Player of 2020, like this fellow. Obviously, his club becomes equally important for us. The fellow and his club can be asked in your exam. I'm going to repeat that. FIFA Men's Player of 2020 was given to Robert Lewandowski, and he is from Poland. And the name of this fellow's club is Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is the name of the club of Robert Lewandowski. FIFA Women's Player of 2020, Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze is from England, and she received the title of FIFA Women's Player of 2020. Lucy Bronze. Please understand that I repeat their names also, because you can retain them easily by listening to them often. Let's move ahead. Now we'll talk about Astra Mk1. What is that? India's first indigenously developed air-to-air BVR missile. Why I've mentioned BVR? They are actually trying to show that it can actually hit up to that level where your vision is not even there. India's first indigenously, that means India, herself made it. Indigenously developed air-to-air beyond visual range. Understand those words. Beyond visual range missile. The name of the missile is Astra Mk1. Approval was also given to export of surface to air missile. The name of that missile is Akash. But understand that if we are exporting something to some, friendly nations, we are helping them, and at the same time, by exporting such missiles or such producers, we are gaining our defense budget also. We are improving our defense budget also. Let's move ahead. Skyros War Games. Skyros, when you read the word Skyros War Games exercise, read them carefully, because here I'm going to talk about Rafale remain a disputed disputed things for us. So that is why their names, whenever they are included somewhere, they become important for us. Skyros War Games exercise to be launched between India and France. And we are saying that Rafale jets of Air Force will be included in this Skyros war game exercise. They'll take place in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Going to repeat that once again. Whenever you listen to the word Skyros, I'm saying war games exercise will take place between India and France. And we bought this Rafale from France only, and I'm saying that Rafale jets will be the part of this exercise, this war games exercise, and the venue is going to be Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Let's move ahead. Limit for contactless card payments without PIN. Contactless. Understand the word contactless here. Contactless card, you need not swipe it, you need not do anything, you need not enter the PIN as well. But the transactions are limited. Limited as in from 1st January 2021. If you just show the card, the payment will take place. The limit earlier was 2000. Now it has become 5000. The earlier limit is not that important. The new limit is 5000. That contactless card, through this contactless card, you can spend 5,000 rupees from 1st January 2021 and you need not enter the PIN also. That is also important because I've mentioned it clearly. Without PIN, NPCI, National Payments Corporation of India, enables offline payments for RuPay contactless cards. I'm repeating the same thing by telling you who enables such payments. NPCI enables such payments, and on what? Not Visa, American Express or MasterCard. I'm telling you they are enabled on RuPay contactless cards. Now I am sure that you're going to check whether your card is RuPay contactless card or not. Please do that. Additional feature is that it is reloadable. These wallets are reloadables. That's how you'll be able to spend money uninterruptedly. Let's move ahead. Now we'll talk about Oh Mizoram. Oh, you must be thinking what I've started speaking. Oh Mizoram is actually collection of poems. Collection of poems written by P.S. Sridharan Pillai. He's basically the governor of Mizoram. It was launched by M. Venkaiah Naidu, our vice president. So the important part here is, and why his book is important, because he is the governor of Mizoram and he has actually come up with the collection of poems, that is O Mizoram, and the name of the person, name of the governor is PM Sridharan Pillai. I'm telling you the name of the governor at the same time by telling you the writer of the book. The other part is Loktantra ke Swar. Loktantra ke Swar, my God, we are teaching you something of this sort right now. They are launching it, right now. Loktantra ke Swar and the Republican Ethic Volume 3. Republican Ethic Volume 3 are collection of speeches of Ram Nath Kovind. If you wish to learn something from the speeches of our president basically, and he is Ram Nath Kovind. So if you wish to learn, if you wish to listen to his speeches, the collection of his important speeches, they are there in the Republican Ethic Volume 3 and Loktantra ke Swar also. So these are the books. They contain the important speeches of Ramnath Kovind. Let's move ahead. Health insurance launched by our Prime Minister through a virtual conference. Prime Minister for Jammu and Kashmir. And this health insurance is ABPMJ Sehat. AB is Ayushman Bharat. So obviously under Ayushman Bharat, they have launched Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. JAY is Jan Arogya Yojana. Sehat is social endeavor for health and telemedicine. I'll repeat that. The full form is important. I am saying for Jammu and Kashmir they are doing something. So that is why it becomes even more important for us. They have launched health insurance for Jammu and Kashmir under Ayushman Bharat, that is PM Sehat, PM Jai Sehat. So the full form of PM, we all know that Jai is Jan Arogya Yojana, Sehat is social endeavor for health and telemedicine. Let's move ahead. The other question is Lower Kopili Hydroelectric Power Plant. Kopili Hydroelectric Power Plant, whenever we say such a thing, you need to understand hydroelectric, that means we are referring to a river. It is built on a river. The name of the river is Kopili only. Kopili is, considered a substantial, bigger or greater sort of tributary of Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra's tributary means a river basically comes out of that same river only. I'm saying Lower Kopili Hydroelectric Power Plant I'm referring to is going to come up in Assam. That's what I'm teaching. Kopili is a tributary of Brahmaputra river, and the loan for this project is granted by ADB, Asian Development Bank. Don't forget that. all the information is relevant, important for your exam. Although it is from Assam, but it is about India. Please understand that. Don't treat the things or the happenings of one state by considering it that this question is not going to be there in my state exam or in other state exam. It is not that. The information belongs to India, so it can be there in your exam, whichever competitive exam you are going to write. Let's move ahead. Special postal stamp released by PM Modi to mark centenary celebration of Aligarh Muslim University, Uttar Pradesh. Aligarh Muslim University is in Uttar Pradesh. They have completed their 100 years. So centenary celebration was attended by PM Modi and a postal stamp was released for such a purpose. AMU, Aligarh Muslim University, actually it was founded in 1920 and this is 2021, so we can read such a question by marking it as the completion of 100 years now. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was the person behind this university, as in he was the person, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan came up or actually established Aligarh Muslim University. The name of this person becomes important because they have just completed their 100 years. Let's move ahead. Now when we talk about PM Modi virtually addressed centenary celebration of Vishwa Bharati University. First of all, Vishwa Bharati University is even more important for us, emphasizing it because Vishwa Bharati University was founded in 1921 by Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, they have completed their 100 years too, and that is why Vishwa Bharati University's centenary celebration was addressed by PM Modi, because they have completed their 100 years too. And the place where this university is situated, that is Shanti Niketan, referring to West Bengal basically. So PM Modi virtually addressed centenary celebration of Vishwa Bharati University in Shanti Niketan, West Bengal. Let's move ahead. Now the last question of the day is 51st International Film Festival of India. That is going to take place in Goa. Goa is the place where this 51st International Film Festival will take place, but it is going to be a hybrid version of this IFFI, and the reason we all know the problem is going on. Not these many people can assemble at a place. That is why some part of it is going to take place virtually. That means you can watch the session online, and some part of it will take place, physically also. And it is going to be held in January 2021 only. If you understood everything, please press the like button for sure. If you could not understand, then you can, obviously have the option to switch to the Hindi session. I'm wrapping up here. Thank you.